All right, well, it's September 2024. The question on everybody's mind, is it a good time to jump into the market here in Ocean City, New Jersey, or one of the surrounding markets? Is it a good time? We just had a massive rate cut by the Fed. I think we were all expecting maybe a quarter of a point, and they ended up dropping a half a point. It's the first time in 4 years. We're up against a presidential election. And then following the election, we're gonna roll right into the holidays and the new year, a time of the year where things can have a tendency to get a little quiet. So is it a good time to jump in? We're gonna talk about it, so stay tuned. Folks, my name's Jim Murray. I'm the owner of sellingocnj.com. I specialize in helping people sell or buy here in Ocean City or one of the surrounding markets. So please reach out to me if you have any questions. I am a full-time agent here with Keller Williams Jersey Shore. So I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. So jumping right into it, is it a good time to enter the market? Well, that is the big question. Nobody has a crystal ball. I always say mine broke when COVID started. Once things stopped making sense, my crystal ball went kapoof. And I've been shocked more times than I can count when it comes to this market. So here's a couple points that I want to run through here. Okay, so number one, we're going to take the obvious out of this. And that obvious is you just retired. You worked your whole life to buy a property here. This isn't as much of an investment as it is the opportunity to enjoy your life's work. If you're that person, my advice to you is find the perfect home and jump in. But what I would probably suggest is just that you don't settle. And I'm going to cover that again later on, but just don't settle on location. Don't settle on bedrooms. In case the market does slow, at least you're in a good position that will, service your family for years to come. So taking them out of the equation, if I'm a buyer and I'm looking to jump in here, I got a couple key points that I want to mention here in this video. So the first one is this. Well, buyers just went through hell over the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, any property that you went out to, there was, 10 minutes to make a decision if you were going to buy the property. It was either at ask or it was over ask, and you basically had to drop almost every single contingency just to get the seller's attention. Well, if I'm a buyer and I have my money in order and I'm not over leveraging myself on other aspects of my life in order to purchase a property, I think it's a fantastic time to get out there and shop. Get out there, make educated offers, try to find deals, because I'll tell you, if you're if you're a seller and you're looking to try to sell, every day that goes by, every week that goes by, every second that we get closer to the election or we get closer to the holidays, that timeline, that market here is kind of shrinking. So I think you're going to be able to really identify the people that are looking to put deals together and the people that are just sitting out there on the moon waiting for their price. So I think that you can take the environment right now as a buyer and use that to your advantage. And look, as I mentioned, we just saw a massive rate cut here with the Fed. We don't want the room, when you're a buyer, you don't want the room to be crowded. You want to be able to get in, you want to be able to negotiate, you want to be able to have contingencies that are going to protect you. And right now it's the perfect time to do it. Now look, I know I might get some feedback on that as, oh, you're just a realtor trying to jam another sale down somebody's throat, but time out. If you bought, a week before the 2008 mortgage meltdown, the big financial crisis that we all went through, if you bought a week before that and you panicked and you sold in the next 3, 6 months, a year, for the most part, you lost your shirt. But if you bought and you had long-term goals and you rented it when you weren't using it and your family enjoyed it over those years, I just spent the last, 2, 3, 4 years cashing every single one of them out for 2, 3, some of them 4 times what they paid for that property or that unit. So what does that mean? Well, what it means is if you buy right now with the correct goals in mind, not a 1 or 2 year plan, but a 5, 7, 10-year plan, and you do not settle. You get something that's going to service your family. You get a location that you're going to be happy with. You get a condition that you're going to be happy with. Then it's a great time to get there, because the bottom line is when you span out and you look, Ocean City historically is trending upward, and it has been for decades. So the bottom line is, once again, if you're buying with the right intentions, with the right goals, get out there, make deals, and enjoy. But if you're looking for a quick flip or a quick buck, I would hit pause, time out, and I would just try to get through to the new year. But keep in mind, the room could get crowded if these rates continue to drop, or if consumer confidence comes back, people are more optimistic, I think you could see a pump. So keep an eye out for that. If there's anything I can do, or if anybody needs help looking at properties, just reach out. Thanks so much.